Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video where we'll be working on our Keystone library. Today we are going to put some storefront glazing on it, which is basically a curtain wall or a system of curtain wall where you have windows and entrance and doorways that go into and out of the Keystone library. Today we're just going to work on the basics. We're going to get the general layout of where we're going to want all of this windows and glazing. And then eventually in the next video, what we'll do is we'll add in doors and any of the other stuff like that. So let's get to this. Let's get it going. So this is the basic Keystone library that we have here that I've been working on this time. So we can look around. Last time we did our columns on the inside. So we can just take a look at those. So you can kind of see them through that. So I only have the first floor done. I'm going to go back and finish them up when I get more towards finished product, but right now let's add in the curtain wall. So this is going to probably be like the front area, the vestibule area of my Keystone library. I'm debating having it here or possibly over here. I might just do this as like a children's reading room, but whatever my case might be. But I'm going to add some windows in here, definitely some along this side. I may do the ones on top this time around, or I may save it for the next video. And then I'm going to kind of do them scattered on the back end over here, because here I'm going to have rooms on the inside. So I may or may not have the curtain wall there, but I'm going to show you how to do it in a few spots and how to edit it a little bit so that you can make it suit your needs. All right, so the first thing we do is going to go into level 1. So this is my level 1 floor plan, and I will do a nice straight run of curtain wall from here to here, and I'll explain why you may or may not want to do certain things. So we're going to go to architecture, wall, architectural, and they want me to save, so it's all saved. Hit the drop down. So we have three different types: curtain wall, exterior glazing, and storefront. So storefront is what we want to use. It's going to have the mullions, and it's going to be prefabricated in a way. Also, if you look up on the top right corner of your screen, you'll see the difference between the three and how they're set up and why we would use one in one area or not the other. The storefront is pretty much what we're going to use. We have a 2-story high building. It's nothing crazy. So it's going to work within the confines of this commercial piece of property. We're not doing high rise where the exterior glazing or curtain wall may be more appropriate in certain spots. So storefront works great. Click on storefront, and you can do this a couple of ways. You can draw it directly into where you want, or you can draw it out. So if you go out, so I'm going to do a piece here, and I'll make it, let's see, we got 19 feet. I'm going to click, cancel. All right, so that's one piece of curtain wall. I'm going to hit my double arrow, change it, come over. I'm going to make it an even 20-foot run. All right, so that is the 20-foot run of the storefront glazing exterior out. From here, I can move it directly in. Now, if I want it centered between the columns, and I'll show why you may or may want to do that, I can go in, and I might be able to draw in a line. Let's see, annotate. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. Then you take it and you're gonna bring it in to where it meets the wall. And there you go. That is basically how it's gonna go in. Now if you want to adjust its location, right? So you can move it and eventually we can center it or put it into spots we want. So we can measure distance for the columns, whatever. I'll show that in another part. But that's your basic curtain wall. So let's look at it now from the outside. You have to bring it around. All right, so now we can see in a couple of issues that we may have, right? So if we click on this, click unconnected, right? It's going up to the second floor structure. I'm gonna make this unconnected. So right now it's at 19 feet. We know from previous ones that our columns we see are going up 16 feet because we had planned to have about 16 foot or 15.5 foot tall ceilings. I'm going to bring it a little bit lower than my ceilings. I'm going to go to make it 15 feet. So we're going to change that unconnected to 15, right? I don't want to have them go above the drop ceiling. So that brings it down, hit apply. So now that's our curtain wall. We can add more or a series of more going across. If we lengthen this one or make it bigger, so let's go to the level 1 plan. I'm just actually going to click on, I should just be able to drag it. Let's just drag it. Say I wanted it, whatever length that is. Let's go back to that home view. And Now you would see the column through the glass. It is up to you. If that's what you want to see, that's your library, it's your design aspect. Some parts of me like it, some don't. So I'm just gonna hit that back button and put it back. So I don't want to see the column there. I'd rather take that curtain wall and maybe make another 20-foot section and put it in over there. So we might be able to. Let's try it. Hit copy. Take the center of this curtain wall, bring it in, put it in over there. And so I just copied and pasted it. Then I can come in and click it. All right, move it into the kind of position where I want, kinda. It's not perfect right now at this point. All right, so now I have that curtain wall. It also looks longer. So 20 foot, there we go. Oops. So there's that curtain wall. This one's 20 foot. That one's 20 foot. I'm just gonna move it into a position where it's not on the columns. Oh, it's lengthening it. All right, we'll fix that in a second. Click on it. Now, oh, it must be locked into a position somewhere. Oh. There we go. So I changed it there. Yeah, it looks like it's got some sort of constraint up here. There we go. So now, and if I click on it, 20 foot. There we go. Let's look at it from the outside. So now I have the curtain wall like that. Very straightforward, basic, nothing crazy. You can adjust this if you want. So there's a couple of things that we can do. Notice here, we can do a base offset. So right now that's directly on the floor level if you want it. So if you maybe want to come up above this course right here of block, you could do that. You would adjust the height. If we go to edit type, let's see what we can do here. Right, we can change our spacing. So the vertical grid, I can change maybe to be, well, right now I think we have it at 15 feet tall, so 5 feet works out. Say if I will go to 3 feet, hit OK. So now that's the vertical spacing. So notice the distance here to here changed. So we went from 5 to 3. I'll hit the back button so you can see, like that. We can go with the horizontal spacing too. So I can come in over here, edit type. So now when we edit type, it edits all of them. So we'd have to do that. We can do horizontal grid. So I can go with like 7. Hit apply. There you go. And notice I put that one back up on top because it's 7 from here. Another 7, 14 plus 1 foot is 15. So the 8 foot is good, or you can probably go with a 7 foot 6 and get it directly centered. There we go. I like that. So you can change that, and we'll worry about this other stuff here. All right. Okay, so that's our basic curtain wall there. Now, if I wanted to do it in the rounded portion here, I'll go level 1. Now, because I made the wall a certain way, I'm going to continue with the same way I made the wall that on that outer part of the vestibule. I'm going to do the center ends arc here. So I know that centered point right here. Now, I don't want to go in front of the column. I want to go a little bit over, and we can adjust that. Drag this. It's going to go now to where I want, there. Right click, just like that. And I could probably mirror this as well if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna come in, go a little bit over. Oop. There we go, there's that one. Same thing here. And now let's take a look from the outside. There it is for the reading room. Same thing, I'm going to adjust the height of these. All right, so I have it clicked, unconnected. I think we made them 15 feet. Yep, so I'm going to click this one. Same thing, unconnected, 15 feet. Okay, I'm just gonna save that. So now that's how it's done on a rounded portion. Like that. So now I'm gonna show you something a little bit different. So I'm gonna go to level 1. I'm gonna draw more curtain wall over here. So wall, storefront, curtain wall. All right, and I'm gonna go right to the center line. I'm just gonna draw this right in. 26, flip that. I'm gonna come over. All right, I'll try to get it close. 26, good. Flip that. Cancel. All done and in. So now we have that. Same thing. I'm gonna flip this. So let's bring this down. Click. Unconnect it again. 15 feet. 15 feet. What if I wanted a shape to this? So I'm like, all right, it's a lot of square in here. I want to do something a little bit different. We can come in and edit the profile. So I have this one selected. I'm going to go edit profile. What if I want a rounded edge? So I'm going to come in and I will draw, it's kind of like a random arc. Let's see what looks good. Maybe something like that. So there's the arc. I'm then going to trim to the end of the corner here. There, it's trimmed. There. There, that's trimmed. Check mark. There we go. And I'm going to go like, you know what? I want this kind of symmetrical from one side to the other. I'm actually going to do it to this one. So I'm going to come in, click, edit profile. I'll do an arc. I'm going to start that arc in a different spot. We'll do it like right here, like that. Trim the corner. If I wanted to, I could probably make it the exact same arc as the other one, but it doesn't matter to me. I could copy and paste that mirror, that whole section onto this side probably. There we go. So now, when we look at it, I kind of have this nice flowing shape here for the entranceway. That's pretty much how you do storefront glass. All right, and you can go in, you can start to see inside. It's kind of cool. That's how you do it. So that storefront, you could do it up here as well. The offset's going to be slightly different because of where the floor is. Not a big deal. You'd have to adjust that, and then whatever you want to do on the back. So there you have it. That's how you add some glass to your library. Have a good day. Bye.